Welcome back, YouTubers, to my channel. On an everyday encounter and ordinary life, I'm Asby. As you're fully aware, basically, this is going to be hopefully be switched up a notch to put some of these topics that I'm sharing right now based on relationships, hopefully underneath the Beauty from Ashes series that I've been trying to contemplate, basically how we're going to go about it and share with you all. So please don't hate on me when I'm sharing you some of these topics, just to give you the heads up, because obviously these are based on my experiences and my knowledge and thoughts on how I see things in my own world as an SB, pretty much. And maybe one of these days you'll come to an agreement or understanding with me. This is how it is with life in general, about relationships or just any other everyday topics that comes to me in my heart and thoughts when I have my quiet time, because obviously I feel in my heart to share some of the things with you, hopefully in a non-judging way, and hopefully it doesn't sound like I'm going to criticize you all, even though to this day I know that it's a hard world out there, that many people may not accept me for what I'm sharing. But you know, as the saying goes, take it or leave it. If you don't like some of those comments or my experiences or whatever it is that I share with you based on my everyday encounters, whatever it may be, you know the drill. Maybe just to, you know, go off and find some other page and just put the self-hate elsewhere, because in the next few pieces after my relationship series, I might be going to hopefully share a little bit briefly about cyberbullying and some other topics, hopefully in my playlist. So, you know, in all further ado, though, for the ones that has been supporting me, I thank you guys from the bottom of my heart with encouraging me to just to push on regardless of the haters, because I know the haters are so insecure and jealous of what I'm going to share, even though some of it could be all of self-reflecting on them, of what they need to do in their lives to change their thought patterns, attitudes and perspectives of what has to offer. Even though it's, like I said, hopefully once I give my point across, it's just going to be a ripple effect. So in all further ado, thanks for your support. Now this one is, as I said, it's about the relationship series. This one's going to be called 101 Facts How to Keep a Relationship. I know some of these things may be just basic and easy, but some people might just tend to forget what life is all about on relationships, as I said many times before, on some, you know, everyday definitions on certain words that I bring out based on relationship, respect and all that. Many people tend to misdefine it and misinterpret what it's all about, sort of thing. And hopefully it will give you a better clarity and understanding on what life is all about, basically, when I share it all. You know, being in a real true relationship, I want to share with you all. As I see, a lot of people, as I said, don't know the real definition of a relationship. Yes, it takes a lot of hard work, basically, and you know it's worth it in the end if you're sticking through with that relationship, because you're at peace within yourself as well as at peace with that person, accepting each other's differences and working through it. Because obviously relationships does test us in the best of times, and also sometimes when it comes down to working together as a team, we need to work with the good and the bad. You can't always just take the good out and actually work with the good, because obviously bad things do happen to good people in a relationship or out of a relationship, regardless what it may be. And you know how I see it, it doesn't mean that once you're feeling that something you feel is hard for you, that maybe you want to just run away from it, regardless if it's a problem that you encounter or like roadblock. It's all about just working together as a team, and hopefully maybe one day that, you know, when you're working as a team, that partner of yours will understand, because it's all about understanding and being able to feel accepted and wanted and loved and all that, and all these other important things that I'm hoping to share right now. Sometimes also it's not okay, however, to just bed hop to one relationship to another. What I mean here is basically, you know, some boys and girls just tend to think it's okay to have sex with multiple people, or just to keep an even score of who they've been with and that, and no matter what, they don't think of the consequences, even if they do know what the consequences are in that term, sort of thing. Or they want to just play with fire, regardless if they've been burned from a previous relationship. They just think it's okay just to pay back by just playing with fire, and actually teach that person a lesson about basically, this is how I felt. I want to just create something to create that pain for that person that gave me that self-inflicting pain, or just pain in general, emotionally, and that's to the point that it really just burns and turns to dust, and you're burning bridges with that particular someone, because as I said before, you never know with that particular someone. If you do forgive that person to a point, hopefully maybe one day that person in that circle, if they were in that relationship with you in the first place, maybe, you never know, they could be your soulmate and husband or wife for life, if you get me. Even though, like I said many times before, many people fear commitment, but more on the piece about commitment and all that under that relationship stuff later on. You think also that it's cool and fun to actually bed hop or just cheat on someone or lie to someone, regardless what it may be. Hell no. Honesty is the best policy, as well as being open and honest and actually being able to communicate your feelings, your thoughts and whatnot. Do not suspect that just because you're sitting in a corner, minding your own business, thinking that, oh, I don't feel to talk to that person because obviously they won't understand. How would you know until they open up? Because obviously, as I've learned in my past relationships as well as my present one to this day, if it is, that basically no matter what, that's, you know, something good might happen and you never know. They'll be able to support you, even though two heads are better than one when it comes to problems that arises. However, if you think you have the right and authority, however, just to think you're Mr. Macho or Mrs. Macho, Mr. Indestructible, I can do anything I want when I want, sort of thing, when you're in a relationship, that goes to show that obviously you're not committed and you're not ready for the relationship. So, you know, maybe get out of the relationship and just stay out of it, so you don't cause confusion, heartache, misunderstandings, and whatever else in that relationship, sort of thing, to the point of breaking point that it will break someone down, be it a boy or girl, with their self-image and self-worth of how they felt when they thought maybe they were at fault, when, you know, it takes two to actually tango when a certain problem arises. Think again, however, on that, when you think you can have that authority and power just to do so. I'm sick and tired of the mind games and the games that guys have been playing with on my heart and mind right now. I am at this stage of my life right now, would like to have a bit of fun. Yes, a bit of fun is fine, but so I want to be able to connect with the guy and be able to trust the guy that I'm with, and giving him that time to actually show me what it's worth after what I've been through in the past so many times, with so many experiences I've had in past, that, you know, I'm trying to learn now that there will be good guys out there if they just prove to me that there are good guys out there, because at the moment I'm holding on to hope and see what this world is going to prove to me. Anyway, here's a few tips that should be remembered to know how to keep a relationship going and flourishing, and if all goes well, like I said, you may have someone and a wife or a husband for life. Anyway, here we go. Number 1, accept each other's differences, faults and flaws and imperfections. Many people forget that no matter what the faults and flaws and imperfections we have, do not have the expectations that you think that some of them should be changed. That change over time is important when we grow and develop into one another, growing into one as a person. Anyway, number 2, accept each other's past and experiences. No matter what we go through in life, we tend to basically go through certain situations that we may not understand and have answers to at that point of time. But other than that, do not mock us just because you think, oh, this shouldn't have happened in the first place, or whatever mentality, thought pattern you may be thinking at that point. Just, you know, as I said, accept each other's differences and support it and just go with it, which actually goes with number 3, with what I'm trying to say. Support each other in the present, because in the present, when you're supporting each other, that's great, you know, through the good and bad. When you're supporting each other with the dreams and goals you have in place, you know, you never know. And then later on, if you can envision yourself with that person you're with right now, of that future, you know, you never know. You know, it could be a good thing. Number 4, communication. Talk about the good and bad. Don't suspect that you should be talking about the good things all the time. There are times when bad things happen and that, and sometimes, like as I said before, males and females are different people or species, and for us females, we may be hormonal, all about feelings and that, but as a guy, do have a listening ear and a shoulder for us to cry on, and just be there for us regardless if something is bad going on, like we lost our job or we miscarried, or, you know, we received news on the other line of what the hell is going on, you know, be it whatever it may be. and just be there for us, you know, because obviously if we've been there for you guys, being patient and all that, when you have your bad times, taking the brunt of it all, when you had a bad day at work and you swear and cuss at us and stuff, you know, as I've said so many times before, women are stronger than men, obviously, regardless what it is. Many people may want to argue this point, but I believe women are stronger than men to this day, you know, of what we go through. Anyway, number 5, support and encourage each other, one another by building each other up on positivity. Positivity is good. Never knock each other down with negativity. Positivity is the key to success. Positivity is the key to a successful life, a successful marriage, successful friendship, successful business, colleague, work ethics, be it whatever it may be. Number 6, motivate one another by supporting and helping them with their dreams, goals and visions. That's pure and simple. Number 7, if you do number 6, you could be in their future and for life, as I said before with those other bits as well. Number 8, build trust and keep each other's values alive as well as the morals. Sometimes it is important for all these values and morals, trust, honesty and commitment and all these other ones that I believe still is instilled in me. Many people may think I'm old fashioned, as I said many times before, but to me, without all these, you'll be lost and you'll obviously be drowning, you know, not drowning physically but drowning spiritually, you know, and then yeah, you never know where you'll be, you know. You might need a map and think, oh hell, what did I do wrong, you know, or whatever the case may be. Number 9, be honest with each other. Open up to what and how you feel. This is important to me because, as I said before, communication is the key to anything, regardless good or bad. I'm here to support people throughout it all, be it friends, be it a relationship, be it family, be it a work colleague, be it whoever it may be that I walk down the street and basically, you know, I'm there to help people and support people no matter what. Even though many people may disregard me, that they think that they can walk all over me despite of my, you know, personality and that being loyal and all that, you know, as people may know, I'm a loyal person, I'm a strong person, even though I've been strong for so long. But then again, that goes down to the territory of number 10. Be faithful and loyal to one another. You know, as I said, no nitty-gritty playing games. We'll play fire with fire because obviously in the long haul, as I said, that will ruin person's self-image and self-perception of how they feel about themselves. Number 11, make time and always make time. And be there for one another through the good and the bad. Share your thoughts, make memories with them. That is worth remembering. No matter what though, however, with this making time factor, we know that time is against us, time is our enemy. Regardless, many people say they cannot make time for another person in their life. But I disagree with that. If people can take out at least maybe 5 to 10 minutes out of their day just to be with that particular someone that they love and care about, sort of thing, or just being there for a friend or whatever, it makes them feel good because obviously they know that you're there and hopefully in the long haul that you'll be there for them. Anyway, number 12, learn about each other, grow together in the mind, spirit, and mind, soul and spirit, I should say, because obviously, you know, when it comes down to learning about each other, you know, it's good because, you know, we can learn about the quirks about each other, the traits and differences, you know, we can learn to laugh, be in each other's company, feel comfortable, we can be ourselves obviously, you know, when we're learning about each other. Why should we just be faking our identity or masking up what our identity really is? Be the real us and hopefully the real people around will come around. Number 13. I'm trying to learn this one, so bear with me guys. Leave the past in the past, including the exes that you've been with. Many people will gloat how many guys or girls they've been with in the past, and sometimes that will tell someone, if you did gloat about it or talk about it, whatever the case may be, that you're not worth having, obviously, or you know, that you're a player. Or if you bring up about exes, it's fine if you talk a little bit about what happened with that ex, but not a little bit, because then it will give the guy or girl a mind or perception of, okay, this is what she's been through, I am willing to offer myself to them and actually accept him or her differences, and I'll make a vow now that I'll prove to her or him that I am not like the ex that has treated him or her badly by ruining her self-worth, self-image, or the trust factor, or whatever the case may be of the scenario, what they've been through. Number 14. Know that having arguments, disagreements is normal. Not to the point of where you're actually everyday arguing. Once in a while, arguments or disagreements is alright, because as this one will come on number 15, basically it's okay, because, you know, we all have our differences of opinions, but do not assume that we should be glued up to your expectation, or just have that one-sided thinking that this is the right way, when we know in ourselves or in our hearts that we could be doing something differently that could probably solve it. But anyway, as I said, for that one, that rolls into number 15, is basically when having disagreements or arguments, accept what happened, take the responsibility and accountability, you know, do not blame each other for what has been said or done in that disagreement or argument, or whatever it may be. You know, as I said, accountability and responsibility will tell us that we're mature and we're able to accept those differences. We can also take away our pride and ego. We can sit down and apologise to one another, talk it out, solve it, quick, smart, hopefully diffuse the situation, move on. Because obviously, to me, finding a solution is important, I should say. Because obviously, at the end of the day, I've noticed within my past relationships, and sometimes with my present, no offence to this person if he is watching, but sometimes it's been swept under the carpet for too long, and sometimes they feel that they're not ready to talk out about what actually happened with that argument and disagreement, even if it was in the past, and it may if it keeps recurring, then you think, okay, well, if it's reoccurring, why isn't it solved? Or how's it going to get solved if it's going to keep recurring matter of time? You know, it's just ridiculous how some people think it's okay just to sweep it under the carpet. To me, I know some people may think I'm pushy for the hell of it for this, but sometimes it's important not to blame that person and sit down and apologise and, you know, accept the accountability and responsibility, because it takes two to tango to make things work, however, whatever it may be. Number 16, know that the bad times will happen and test us on every level and degree of the soul, mind and spirit, obviously, and also to me it will test us on our relationship, on how strong our foundations are in that relationship. Like I said before, and the values and morals are important. Once they're instilled and planted and rooted, obviously a strong sort of thing. This will depend on how strong the relationship is, if it will stand or fall to a test of time. Number 17, don't expect change in an instant. Yes, change is good. Change can take some time, and some people, change may affect others in different ways, different circumstances, regardless what it may be. I feel that, you know, we shouldn't be changing others just to our expectations. We should, as I said before, accept our flaws and imperfections and accept some of the things that we can't change. Like that saying goes, or God grant me the serenity to accept the change and differences around me. I can't remember what it is. I have got that plaque at home, which I'm trying to learn. You know, yes, things may be scary for a change, for a time when that change is happening around us, in and around us, as well as, you know, the person we're with. It can be scary, overwhelming, but change can be good. However, also, you know, it is worth it though for the change if you're really willing to actually sacrifice yourself with this relationship to make that change and difference in that relationship, to make it worthwhile and last for a lifetime. Number 18, appreciate what you have got with that person before it's gone. Like the saying goes, you know, you don't know what you've got until it's gone. Appreciate what they say and do for you, and accept their compliments. You know, many people tend to think that just because, you know, that we're lacking in the compliments and reassurance stage of basically, you know, are we doing something right for them? Are we basically going to get that factor on it, no matter what it may be? You know, hopefully they'll accept it and appreciate us, you know. Anyway, number 19. Your actions will speak larger volumes and tell the other person you're with what and who you really are. I believe that, even though action speaks louder than words, even though sometimes the words has to play with the part of your actions, basically. Even though many people, as I said, misconceive that or misdefine, you know, define it in a different way, to me, how I look at it about this action speaks louder than words category, and all these other, you know, quotes that I've lived by for so many years that no matter what, yeah, okay, who cares, you know, because at the end of the day, if your actions doesn't speak louder than the words that you're well, not shouting, you're trying to show out to that person who you're with, you know, it will tell them that obviously, you know, you're not worth their time, energy, their space and all that, and you know, you don't want that if you really are wanting to commit yourself in that relationship. Anyway, number 20, become best friends. As I say, if you're best friends in the first place, that's the important foundation in a relationship, because obviously as you grow maturely and intertwine with one another, you got a chance that it will get to that next level and stage, be it boyfriend, girlfriend, fiance, you know, husband, wife, whatever. So yeah. Number 21, which many people hate this word, stay committed in that relationship and stay grounded in that relationship. Stick to the one, because obviously this will test, as I said in the very beginning of this video, that yes, relationships is hard work, but it will be well worth it if you're fully committed to that number one person that you really love and cherish, because obviously, you know, love is important. Even though someone said to me, what is love? Love is just a nitty-gritty feeling or something. Love is a choice. Love is this. But everyone has their different perceptions of love, which I said already in the piece, what is love in my opinion. Anyway, number 22. This is the one that really ticks me off with this tip or whatever. Never look at porn as porn is damaging in a relationship. Many people think it's okay to look at porn because it's not cheating. Well, hello. In my books, when you're looking at porn, it is a form of cheating. I don't care if you think it's not. To me, it is cheating, even though you maybe I knew about it beforehand or felt in my gut something didn't feel right, and you're looking at porn or anything. You know, many guys will classify porn, you know, girls with big tits isn't looking at porn, but to me that's still a form of porn. I don't care. You guys are lusting over those. You can't expect a real female obviously to have big tits all the time or whatever to your expectations, you know. Porn is porn, you know. I don't care, you know. Just tell me where, while looking at porn, there's a few factors there. A, either you're not committed. B, you're just, you know, in it for just a short period of time in that relationship you're currently in. C, you're not ready. D, basically you just want to play around with the girl that you're with or the guy you're with. Girls can do it too, obviously, watching porn, or as some guys think it's, you know, fine with girls doing the masturbation, or girls having a one-on-one action with girl on girl, or whatever the case may be. But anyway, the last one I want to say is number 23, love unconditionally. Okay, this means basically no matter what goes down, that hopefully while you're working things through, the good and the bad, that, you know, you'll love them unconditionally no matter what, and you won't run after another girl and whatnot. I know sometimes, as I said before, that many guys and girls fear commitment, and my piece on the commitment and all that on the relationship will be later on the piece. Well, this ends basically 101 facts that is basic, hopefully for us to remember, about how to keep a relationship while in a relationship if you want to keep, you know, this relationship alive and kicking. You know, we can't basically just compare other people's relationship thinking that they've got a perfect relationship. Everybody's relationship is different based on each other's experiences, differences, knowledge and know-how. You can't expect to read from a book what a relationship is all about, because you have to experience it yourself and be in it yourself for the long haul or the short haul, whatever, you know, whatever purpose or reason you may have, you know. But anyway, enough babbling on this, or else I'm going to go over time, which I look like I have already. So thanks for watching, guys. Give me a thumbs up for this and many other videos that you may have been following or watching on my channel. You know, if you haven't subscribed already, do so you can get more updates, more information, more guidance and support and everything else that I'm hoping to collab, you know, with all these topics. So my contacts will be below if you want to, you know, follow me or just private message me on a topic that you feel I should be sharing. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you all soon.